All righty then. Good morning, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It's looking a little bit lopsided there. Give me a second. All right, that's better. Welcome to Activated Mornings, right here on WEFM 99.9, the clean, fresh sound. Located at Old Fort Lower Kittle, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. 32 islands and keys. The Caribbean you're looking for. Got lush vegetation, blue, yellow, and green are our colors. They're in the national flag, symbolizing many different things that make us SVG. Of course, indeed, we're the Caribbean you're looking for. Let me first start off this segment here by wishing Miss SVG 2022. Yeah, all right. The years kind of, every now and then. Anyways, all the best in her upcoming appearance at a regional pageant. And first to run up, that's Jada Ross. First runner up, Shadin McLean. All right, says Miss SVG 2022. Forget today, Kenton. Jada Ross and first runner up of Miss SVG 2022. Shadin McLean are preparing to represent SVG in 2 regional pageants. McLean will participate in the Miss JC's pageant in Antigua on July 31st, and Ross will participate in the Miss Caribbean Culture Pageant on August 7th. So all the very best, ladies. Opportunities are good, and guess what? You're going to make lifelong connections with people across the region. There are some people who are anti-pageantry, but it has its benefits. And for Miss SVG, of course, the biggest benefit, and that's personally, is the scholarship. But outside of that, you network, you learn so many things. Your public speaking improves, your confidence improves. But please don't join because you want to boost your confidence. You can go and learn to paint, you could learn to sing properly, you could go and act, you could do a whole bunch of other things to boost your confidence. Pageantry is not for I don't want to say the weak, but it really pulls a lot out of you, especially Miss SVG, because it's like preparing for 4 different competitions in one: swimwear, talent, evening wear, and interview. And added to that, your public appearances. It is a lot, but it helps you in the long run. All right, ladies, if you're thinking about next year, because they already released the names this year. Remember that? Right, good. If you're thinking about next year, I suggest that you plan 2 or 3 years in advance. And I'm not saying that if you decide now for now, it's not going to work out for you. But if you're really serious about it, take the time to plan. No. Congratulations in advance to those ladies. Lovely, 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 representing SVG. Now, here's a little something that I read yesterday. And I don't know if to hold my head and bawl or hold my head and cuss, but it was a very irritating story. Now, you can find the story on either IWN or searchlight.vc. Jesus, brace yourselves, people. Brace yourselves. Now, this guy got 3.5 years. This guy got 3.5 years for attempting to bugger a 7-year-old boy. He's 52. Happened in 2020. And he was already prepared for action. Tell the little boy what his intentions were. Need something to crush right now because I'm so upset. Told the little boy what his intentions were for him and his mother. Got into action. Mother walks in a towel and meets him ready for action with a condom on. And the little 7-year-old there with his pants down. This story is as shocking as his story and as upsetting irritating, aggravating as the story with the pastor and the little girl out of Beckwith who was sentenced maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Story is as upsetting as that one. You were 50 at the time. I cannot understand why old people, or when I say old, I mean adults, why adults prey and sexually abuse our little boys and girls. Now, in this case, and this is not common to hit the media, you would more hear about little girls. But we know that it happens to little boys as well. What could have gotten up into your mind? And let me tell you something. When you see them stories here come out, me don't believe it's any first time. Me don't believe it. I don't care what you say. I never believe that it's a first instance. I believe I get catch in this instance here, and you have done it before. What is so hard in leaving our little girls and leaving our little boys? Let me focus on the boys. What is so hard? Leave the little boys alone. Let them grow and become. Let them grow and become. Leave the little boys. And you know what is just so, I cannot wrap my brain around understanding. You find a little boy sexually appealing enough to be aroused. A 7-year-old boy. So what was it? You took the time to groom him. You took the time to sit down and what? Give him snacks and make him feel comfortable with you. Thank God the mother walked in just in time. Thank God you ran away too. Because from what I read, what she was planning to do with you. Stop molesting the people and boy children. Cut it out. But you know, and this is upsetting to me, in addition to all the other factors that play in there, vulnerable in some cases, not in some cases, vulnerable. You don't know what is going on. An adult that you trust comes and tells you to do XYZ sexually. You don't know right from wrong because perhaps your parents did not tell you, or a responsible adult caregiver did not tell you. Don't ever allow XYZ. These things are not for you. If anybody ever touches you on your penis, tell them, say what you have to say, run, scream, bawl for murder, and tell me. Nobody is supposed to touch you here. Nobody is supposed to touch you there. Nobody. If this happens, it is inappropriate. You come and you tell the teacher, the principal, the caregiver, your parents. Tell an adult. Do we tell our children these things? Big, hard back, whatlessness. How many other males in our society have been traumatized by the actions, and I will say it again, of these worthless, dirty people who are supposed to be protecting the children? It's real frightening, you know. It's really frightening, you know, because not only do these adults befriend the child, but they also befriend the parents. So the parent is there thinking, man, such a nice person. He's always giving me this, or she's always giving me that, and she's always doing this, or he's always doing that. He would never. In instances where the children come and tell you what is happening, some people in this world really lucky, you know. Really lucky. Hello, good morning.
Yes, I come back again when I listen to these sad stories. Yeah, that's how the brain washing process takes place. We have some experts who will appear now in sexual activities. They could represent us anywhere. And that's why how hypocritical some of us are talking about our blessed country. I mean, I am happy if our country, our country could be so blessed and we have all this mess going on in our country. That's why I said earlier on that we are in a crisis. And when I say we are in a crisis, it ain't just an isolated case. I'm not talking about anything in isolation. We got to look at the broad, look at it from a broad perspective. How our country has deteriorated. Sometimes I think I'm the only person who knows about something again. Huh? We have seen how girls have become so vulgar. Huh? Yes. Well, how can you really, you can't separate from one another. But the thing about it, and I'm trying to state as clear as I can. It will come from broken situations, broken families, and so on. What do you expect? I have had I think some time ago I said to you, I engaged a girl, and when I asked her certain questions from a personal standpoint, right away I was able to discover that she came from a home of incest, right? And how can you, oh boy, how can any good soul or whatever, how can any good people come out from situations like this? So, it's really a sickening situation. The truth be told, I don't even want to hear about some of these stories. I've seen certain actions myself, you know. If I were to say what I have seen and witnessed, you know, and people think they, you know, and these are the people who behave as though they're prim and proper, you know, especially from a woman's standpoint, they behave as though they're prim and proper. But boy, if places could have talked when some of the actions are taken place, a lot of us would, I think the country would have been a different place because we would know who is who. I have sinned and come short of the glory of God, but the truth be told, I can't see myself, you know, indulging, getting into these kind of dirty actions.
Well,
I just can't.
Thank God, but there are some who don't see anything wrong with it, and some who see things wrong with it, but they just do it anyways because they don't care.
Right, this is the thing. I mean, I have had to rebuke in my lifetime, but you know what I think has happened with me? I think is the way I was able to see things from an early child, early childhood days and so on. Well, it wasn't stolen me. But when you come from a broken situation where, look, you have some homes, all you can hear in homes is expletives, you know. You know that? Some children growing up in a home, especially if it's a common law situation, mother cutting father or boyfriend, whoever, and it's a, and I challenge the best person in our country, the most God-fearing person, the brightest person. I challenge them to put an end to what is going on in this country. Come up with a solution. We know we will be tough on crime and the causes of crime. Yet we don't have the answers. We now hearing is the society who have to make the change. Yeah? But you come out big and bold and promise all this kind of, promising remedy the situation. But who here? I ain't seen nobody proving what we have, so many things have been said.
Okay.
And, the sad story goes on, and I will explain her
All right. Thank you so much. You take care. The number to call 4579997. The number to WhatsApp. We're gonna take a break in about 5 minutes. 4579994. So some aggravating factors here, right? When you go court, you got mitigating and aggravating factors, some things that work against you and for you, and so on and so on and so forth. That's how the court system works. A lot of us don't like to hear these things, and even though that's how it works. And if you plead guilty in the beginning, you get a discount. And emotionally, certain stories going to play on your mind and your emotions. And you just can't understand why. Like, I don't care what the court says. I don't care what is law. I don't care if this is the process and this is the right thing to do. Like, look at this story. Look at the abuse and discount on sentencing. And sometimes for some people, the sentencing is not satisfactory to the nature of the crime. To some people. Some of that is opinion. Not some. That's opinion. That's based on emotions and what's not. And that to me is understandable. Now he ended up getting, says a Prospect resident, Tyrone Antoine was sentenced to 3 years, 7 months, and 17 days imprisonment when he appeared at High Court Number 1 on July 17th. Today's the 19th, 2 days ago. Bright and early Monday morning. In considering the sentence, and a reading from searchlight.vc, Cottle referred to the guidelines and began the sentencing at 5 years, which is half the maximum sentence that can be imposed on a defendant for such an act. When the aggravating factors were considered for the offense, the court noted that the complainant was a child who was younger than 8 years at the time of the offense. He also noted the fact that the defendant was a relative of the child, which made the offense worse. Come on, man. And you see that child in diapers. So while the child pop out mommy belly in diapers, you preying on the child? What jail is this? And it was an abuse of trust. Another aggravating factor was the fact that he equipped himself with a condom. Man, a doctor? Which showed some degree of premeditation. How long? Mitigating factors were that no violent act was committed against the complainant. To me, there was a violent act. Trauma. Grooming. Whatlessness, man. That's on that story there. We gotta do better, man. Somebody says, as a parent, your gut feeling tells you not to trust your own family member around your kids. Why would you trust anyone outside of that circle? Basic rules. Trust no one with your children. Don't even get me started with that trust no one with your children kind of scene there. Sometimes I see parents have the children just running up and down all over the place. I don't understand why I am able to have a conversation with a child 6, 7, 8 years old and I don't see the parent anywhere around. Why? You know what I could be telling the child? And you were nowhere to be seen, but the child is able to identify that you there's somewhere over there. Stand up, doing your business. And the child gone but his or her business alone. I don't care if it's on a pasture, if it's on a park, if it's in the community or what's not. In a big open space at a certain age, you're supposed to be next to your child. And this is generally speaking. Equip your child with the necessary tools. Tell them what is right from wrong sexually too. That is age appropriate. Enough for them to understand. This is a no. And then you have to create that space where the child is able to safely come to you and tell you what is going on, because some children keep things inside because you get upset as the parent or the caregiver. And the child shuts down and keeps everything inside. Then you see some men and women in their 40s and 50s coming out and admitting that there were some things that happened to them when they were children. But because the environment was not conducive to them opening up and telling anybody, they never opened up. They suppressed those things for years and years and years, only to be ridiculed by society. Why you hold it in for so long? Come on, man. They're children. Leave children alone. What is so hard in doing that? Leave people picnic alone. Leave your own picnic alone. You're dating a woman, but you're going after the 10-year-old child in the same house. Jail for you. Child molesters, jail for you. I see some kind of things that happen to people in this place. And when you hear about the reasoning behind the things that happen to people in this place, this and this person fetch way over money. This and this person fetch way over man, over woman. Drugs, alcohol, jealousy. You owe somebody and you don't want to pay them. I await the day to see something happen to somebody because of sexual abuse on a minor. I'm coming back. I'm gonna come back. I'm coming back with well, there's something else. Not relating to crime, but I'm coming back. Hold on. Don't move.
WEFM 99.9.
WEFM reminds and encourages the general public and users of the Kittles Beach to keep it clean at all times. Discard of all garbage properly. It is illegal to remove the sand from the beach. Let us keep the Kittles Beach and other beaches across St. Vincent and the Grenadines clean so that you and I can enjoy it and marine life can survive. This is a message from WEFM 99.9, the clean, fresh sound.
The SVG Maritime Administration is hosting its third annual essay competition in commemoration of World Maritime Day to be celebrated on September 28, 2023. All Vincentian nationals and residents between the age of 9 to 25 years are invited to participate. The theme is Marpol at 50, Our Commitment Goes On. Marpol is an international convention for the prevention of pollution from ships aimed at preventing pollution of the marine environment by ships. There are 3 categories. Ages 9 to 12, topic, Imagine you're a marine animal. How would pollution affect your life? And what can we do to help protect you? 700 to 800 words. Ages 13 to 16, topic, How has Marpol helped to reduce pollution in our oceans? And what more can we do to protect our marine life? 1500 to 2000 words. And ages 17 to 25, topic, Reflect on the 50th anniversary of Marpol. What progress has been made in protecting our oceans and what challenges remain? 2000 to 2500 words. The deadline for submission is September 12, 2023 at 10 p.m. All submissions must be made via email to wmdessay.svgmarad@gmail.com. Prizes include a laptop, tablets, and cash prizes. The school with the most participants will be awarded a cash prize. Further information, along with the rules of the competition, could be found in the local newspapers.
It all started with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses called upon us, we were here. 85 years later, First National Bank St. Lucia Limited is here for you.
Join Bishop Ulrich on the Spiritual Baptist Boat Ride to Mairo on the 13th of August 2023 as we lift St. Vincent higher spiritually. Tickets are just $70. Food and drinks will be on sale. You can purchase your tickets at VJ's Restaurant in Kingstown, ask for Shania. Jack's Enterprise, ask for Massey. Josette at South Union, Misha at North Union, Miss Crease in Barley, Wanique in Rose Hall, Alva's Bar in Bayaboo, Motherlami in Coles Hill, or call 530-1780 or 492-0060.
How we live? Hybrid life, living on the hybrid life. What you feeling? Hybrid life, every living on the hybrid life. End up on time we now watch phone bill. That's with the contract is a sure thing. How with the new floor plan name? Hybrid. If you don't know about it, then they better slide in. How we live? Hybrid life, living on the hybrid life. What you feeling? Hybrid life, every living on the hybrid life. Jump in at the hybrid life, living on the hybrid life. What you feeling? Hybrid life, living on the hybrid life.
With Phone's new hybrid plan, postpaid and prepaid come together as one with no overages, no contract, no deposit, and no catch.
Hybrid!
Bundle up now and get 50 gigabytes of data and 2,000 anywhere minutes for only $55 per month, plus a discounted smartphone.
You see the new phone plan that Flo made? You could turn postpaid to prepaid.
It's everything you'll ever want from everywhere. Real easy. Shop on the net. Use eZone Internet Delivery. Get your online shopping delivered right to your door. Our revolution, your evolution. Go shop the world. eZone, eZone. From everywhere. Real easy. eZone, eZone. Go shop fast, easy, affordable. Shop on the net and get it here through the eZone.
eZone St. Vincent, local agent to BMC agencies.
This is 99.9 Radio. Turn it up.
Added, oi.
If you tell yourself
I'm missing carnival. You lie, you tell a lie. If you tell yourself, I'm not drinking rum, you lie, you tell a lie. If you tell yourself, I'm not going to get on board, you lie, you tell a lie. If you tell yourself, I'm not jamming no girl, you lie, you tell a lie. Because when I reach in the party, I sure to jam up on somebody. Because when I reach in the fete, I just carry on with me family. I come out to play a mass, don't bother me. I come out to play a mass, a serious piece of mass, full of company. If you tell yourself, I'm not in every fest, you lie, you tell a lie. If you tell yourself, I'm not going juvie, you lie, you tell a lie. If you tell yourself, I'm not jumping up in a band, you lie, you tell a lie. If you tell yourself, I'm not winding up on a girl, you lie, you tell a lie. Because when I reach in the party, I sure to jam up on somebody. Because when I reach in the fete, I just carry on with me family. I come out to play a mass, don't bother me. I come out to play a mass, a serious piece of mass, full of company. Because when I reach in the party, I sure to jam up on somebody. Because when I reach in the fete, I just carry on with me family. I come out to play a mass, don't bother me. I come out to play a mass, a serious piece of mass, full of company. A mass. Yeah. A serious piece of mass.
Ay, ay, ay. 9 minutes on to 9 o'clock. 9 to 9. Going from 9 to 9. That's a nice show name. 9 to 9. Da, 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 da. Something. Come up with some catchy phrase. Charge everybody like $500 entrance fee. All inclusive. You get clothes, all thing. Don't ask me. Don't ask me. All right. The number to call. Hi, good morning. That road is Prospect on the way to Harmony Hall, not Harmony Hall. Thank you. Prospect. What are you talking about? Okay, cool. Thank you very much. I feel like it's the wrong person in message because I ain't seen nothing about Harmony Hall this morning. Did I? No, I don't think so. Anyways, so I asked the question, right? I'm gonna ask you now. If you let me go back to Vincy Mas for just a little bit. 8 minutes. That's how much time we have. If you could change one thing about Vincy Mas, what would you change? If you could change one thing about Vincy Mas, what would it be? One thing. Don't give me no long list of 20 things. Don't give me no and. One thing. All right? Okay, good. So let's start out. Giving you some time. WhatsApp number is 457-9993. 4. Number to call is 457-9997. So we had the launch of Vincy Mas in May. There was a period of time where there was a lull, like nothing was happening. I was like, oh, do we really have mass? Do we really have carnival this year? I'm confused, people. I'm confuzzled. And I looked at a video by, I think her name is Shan. She's a social media influencer, traveling to carnivals across the region and what's not. And while majority of her, okay, hello, good morning.
You're clear as Christal today.
Oh, wonderful. Matter fixed. What's up?
St. Lucia just finished their carnival yesterday.
Yeah.
And you know they had 18 days of carnival from July 1st to 18.
Oh, yeah.
And how that come about?
How it come about? Oh, you tell me.
From the 1st to the 10th, they had the whatever the shows, the calypso, whatever, mass, pan, etc. And then the following week, which is 11 to, I think it might have been Friday or Saturday, gone there. They gave private promoters that whole week to do their thing. So the private promoters didn't clash with the regular shows, and they come back to the last 3 days: Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Subject to correction, but at least Monday and Tuesday are the regular Monday and Tuesday. So 18 days, but I don't know if our economy could afford 18 days of carnival. So I would like to see they give the private promoters their own time, but then I guess I don't know. It will mess up people's travel plans, because if you want to see both the regular CDC activities and the regular and the private promoters, but you don't have 18 days, you may only have 2 weeks.
Well,
So
you
you
have to
miss
pick.
some in period. Yeah,
You have to pick whether or not you want to come to carnival for the privately promoted events, or if you want to come to carnival for the actual cultural events. You got to pick.
No, I guess it could go half and half.
Oh, like come
if you have
smack in the
3
middle?
weeks or 2 weeks, yeah, come smack in the middle or something like that. That's what you have to do. But I think that was interesting the way St. Lucia do it. So the clash, they don't have the clash.
Okay.
Now you had Fireman on. Go ahead.
Yeah, you go ahead, sir. You go ahead, man.
So before I get to that, did you guys think Cucumber would have win?
Yes.
You think? Well,
it's
the Cucumber was probably too soft. It wasn't firm enough to enter that salad. Small pin the true card. Yeah, you had Fireman on Monday.
Yes.
You had Fireman on Monday. And I think you had Fireman on a year ago too, the same time.
Okay.
With Gerald Thompson again.
Okay. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, you wasn't there. Yeah. So it might be an annual thing with once Gerald Thompson is there, you bring him in. No problem with that. I would say I don't like most of Fireman's songs. No disrespect to him. Most of his songs I don't like. But this one this year I like. I hope this one this year could take him far. I did like Rum Meeting. When he had Rum Meeting out 2014, I said, man, Fireman gone clear with this one. This one can take him over the top. But then it didn't happen. I hoping this one would take him over. But most of the songs are from Fireman. I don't like them. But there's some in between that I like. But he's a great performer. I won't take away anything from him being a great performer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and sometimes I believe that the crowd is probably, well, they say crowd don't give points for crowd participation. But sometimes I feel the crowd is win it for him. The excitement the crowders have when he enter the stage, that will probably help him to win. Sometimes you don't have to do nothing.
Well, if you listen to the interview, you would realize that is part of the that's part of his plan, right? That's how he does. That's how he does his stuff.
Well, the crowd. Yeah, the crowd come out and support him and
support.
Yeah, that's important.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
that's important. Yeah. What you would change about the carnival? You ask other people. What about you? You able to change? You were to MC at some of the shows and stuff.
Just one thing. Just start on time. For now, that's just that one thing. Start on time. The start
Just
time
start
for the
on time
shows.
and
The
so.
show's start time. That's what I would change.
Oh, change it to earlier?
No, actually
Earlier
starting
than
on time as
start
advertised.
the time.
Yeah. I don't know how, but
Well, I think it's a West Indian thing with West Indian time, you know.
man,
I've been other places and see show finish 5 o'clock in the morning. Other Caribbean countries, 5 o'clock show finish
that's
in the morning.
finishing.
9 hours out there.
That's finishing. But to start, if you advertise the show to start at 8 o'clock, start the show at 8 o'clock. Why sitting around there for 2 hours waiting on you?
Well, sometimes nobody,
And nobody is there
it's
because
a
the
ticklish situation.
show was customary and
Yeah.
starting on time. So
Yeah,
why
they
you
know
waiting
it's not
for?
going to start on time, so they don't show up.
Okay.
You know, last time I was there, I went to Taurus Riley concert. I got there at 9 o'clock. And Taurus Riley didn't come on stage. That was after the carnival. Taurus Riley didn't come on stage until like 2:30 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
And performed for an hour and 15 minutes. Maybe two, maybe probably 2. I might have been 2. But I was there for 5 hours.
Yeah, I would have sit down
But
5
the other
hours for
thing
Taurus
sometimes,
Riley.
but you know, what I believe there were other things happening in the background. Maybe they didn't have they're waiting on the money from the tickets to give him a second deposit. That might, nobody say nothing, but I believe that's probably what happened. They probably didn't have this second deposit ready to give him. And so you have to wait on the ticket sale. So the later the people come, the later the show. Cause he ain't gonna go on stage and wait to get paid. You gotta get paid before you go on stage. But it's a Caribbean thing. It's a Caribbean thing with that. Yeah.
That's a poor excuse. It's a Caribbean thing. Yeah. I'm not gonna buy that.
Because I see it in other countries. I see it in other countries.
That leaves room for complacency. You understand? It's a Caribbean thing. It's a Vinci thing. So then at what point do we say it is going to be a Vinci thing that we start our shows on time?
And look, there are reggae sunfest this weekend. If you get a chance to look, you're going to see 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. It's finishing 6 and 7 o'clock in the morning when they light up. It's a Caribbean thing. It's unfair. It's unfair for. I think blame for both people should get blamed. The people for showing up late and the artists for showing up late. I think it's blame to go right or wrong to everybody. It is unfair. You're going to be performing to an empty crowd. How are you going to feel to go on stage and perform into an empty park? And then the next guy have a full crowd. The guy could come.
I getting paid, right?
Number 10, number 50.
I getting paid, right? I getting paid, right? Okay.
Sometimes a guy wanna.
All right.
You know, some people. I guess some people just a check maybe, but other people they wanna have a good performance. They want a crowd to like them.
One person. I get him paid to perform at next time. Let me come and perform at next time, regardless of who there or who not there. If you're not there, miss my performance next time, book a show, you will get there early. Or you'll watch little snippets on my status updates on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. Get there early.
Well, I guess that's not if that's the thinking of everybody, then that would work. But since that it might not be the thing of everybody,
okay, now I will go beach.
Thinking a policy. So.
I will go to the beach.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Your break time is up. Your break time is there. 9 o'clock. We'll have it all.
All right. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. All right, 9:01 is the time. We're going to head to the ECCB bank rates. This brought to you compliments the Bank of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. If you're in Kingston right now, make sure you pick up your souvenir T-shirt from Touch and Kinetic at WEFM's office on James Street, at Music Center and Lock Enterprises, Rose Place. If you've left Kingstown, you make a stop at Arnisville, at the Joshua Center, Tower Bar upstairs, little run upstairs, and purchase your souvenir T-shirt there, as well as at the airport at Giggles Souvenir Shop. So many opportunities. Of course, you can reach out to Touch at the band Touch on Instagram and Facebook for some more information. Let's go to the ECCB bank rates. That's brought to you compliments the Bank of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Brick by brick, piece by piece, building with technology, helping wealth increase, starting small, building the future, doing more every day, doing more together. BOSPG, the bank we count on. BOSPG, Our one bank together we're strong. Our nation's bank, standing long and proud. One bank, one voice, sing it loud. BOSVG. Hey, building our future. Doing more together.
OSBG, doing more together.
Good morning and welcome to the ECCB Bank Rates for today, Wednesday, July 19th, 2023. Brought to you compliments the Bank of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The following are today's indicative rates in Eastern Caribbean dollars for key international and regional currencies. These rates will not apply to commercial banks' transactions with the public. The Barbados dollar 1.35, Canadian dollar 2.04949, Swiss franc 3.14520, Euro 3.03386, Pound sterling 3.49394, United States dollar 2.70, and finally the Guyana dollar 0.0132. There you have it, the ECCB Bank rates for today. Thank you for listening, and thanks to the Bank of St. Vincent and the Grenadines for sponsoring.
Brick by brick, piece by piece, building with technology, helping wealth increase. Starting small, building the future, doing more every day, doing more together. BOSVG, the bank we count on. BOSVG. Our one bank together we're strong. Our nation's bank, standing long and proud. One bank, one voice, sing it loud. BOSVG. Hey, building our future. Doing more together.
OSBG, doing more together.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
$220,000. That's the Super 6 jackpot from midday, Wednesday, July 19th. It's $220,000.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
All right, welcome back to the results for the nightly 3D and Play 4 draws of the night of Tuesday, July 18th, 2023, as well as the lottery results for the same night. Brought to you compliments the National Lotteries Authority. The results for the lotto draw for Tuesday, July 18th, draw number 3213 are as follows. The free ticket letter is G. The winning numbers are 10, 11, 32, 8, and 2. The bonus ball, 35. There was no jackpot winner. No one matched 4 numbers on the bonus ball. 4 persons matched 4 numbers for $175 each. 122 persons matched 3 numbers for $7 each. The next draw slated for Friday, July 21st with an estimated jackpot of $145,000. The results for the nightly 3D draw for Tuesday, July 18th, draw number 13175 are as follows. Big D, 8, 9, 5. Mid D, 5, 4, 6. Little D, 8, 4, 5. The next draw is slated for midday today, Wednesday, July 19th. The result for the nightly Play 4 draw for Tuesday, July 18th, draw number 4255 is as follows. 3, 5, 4, 8. The next draw is slated for midday today, Wednesday, July 19th. Thank you so much for listening, and thanks to the National Lotteries Authority for sponsoring.
Thinking of winning the lotto jackpot? Well, there is an easy way. Combo Play. Choose 4 numbers from 1 to 36. That's a combo 4 at a cost of $64. Match any 4 of the 5 numbers and win the lotto jackpot. There's Combo 6, where you purchase 6 numbers for only $12. Match any 5 of the 6 lotto numbers and hit the jackpot. How about Combo 7? That's a purchase of 7 lotto numbers for $42. Match any 5 of the 7 numbers and you will win the jackpot. There are also Combo 3, Combo 8, and Combo 9 lotto plays. Visit the NLA headquarters in Pauls Avenue or WhatsApp 495-6886 for more details. Lotto, you have to be in it to win it.
Are you tired of being tired? Fighting the battle of the bulge? Take a breath of fresh air and embrace a new lease on life. Oxygen Fitness Center is here, located in the Camden Park Industrial Estate in the Green Building, next door to the government printery. Our range of fitness equipment and programs were carefully selected to meet your needs. Take a leap of faith today. Oxygen Fitness Center has the answers to your fitness needs. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram or call us at 457-8333.
Win your AKT purchase for free from Quartz. For a limited time, get a chance to win your AKT purchase free. Plus, get a free AKT helmet and a $25 fuel voucher. No cash, no problem. Pay with Quartz Ready Finance and pay nothing for 30 days. We process your registration and insurance for free. What are you waiting for? Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to win your AKT motorcycle for free. For more information, visit www.shopquartz.com. This offer is available online and in-store until September 30th or while supplies last. Terms and conditions apply. Quartz, bringing value home.
Right off the Leewood Highway on the Old Bookama Road is where you would find Pinchers Transport and Blocks and Hardware, a one-stop shop for all your building and construction needs, from foundation to roof. They offer building materials, sand, Rabica, cement and stone, 4, 6 and 8-inch blocks, backhoe rental and trucking service. Their hardware section offers electrical and plumbing fittings, carpentry and farming tools and materials, automotive and repair, home care cleaning and DIY repairs, all under one roof. Call 458-7591 or 533-1576. Visit Mondays to Fridays from 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturdays 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., and Sundays 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pinchers Transport Blocks and Hardware, where quality meets price. No project too small. Here to serve you.
Lynch Caribbean Brokers is here to innovate how your insurance works for you. Here to design and deliver insurance solutions, proven solutions tailored to your business. Solutions from our global network of insurance experts, which all comes with an indigenous Vinci touch of excellence. We're more than just insurance brokers, SVG. We're your trusted risk advisors. Lynch Caribbean always has your back. Contact us today for insurance solutions, strategic risk advisory, and more. Call 453-3300, email info@lynchcaribbean.com, or visit our office at Beachmont, Kingstown.
Boy, that's where you getting crushed now. Your brakes real good, boy.
Now brakes alone good enough. My tires good too.
Tires? Where you get them tires, boy?
Out by Caribbean Tire Plus, man. They out in Addersville. Can't miss it. Look for the orange container on them. Plenty parking space and open 7 days a week all thing, man. Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. And on Sundays, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Call them today. Caribbean Tire Plus, 784-432-4786 or email ctiresplus@gmail.com.
99.9, the heart and soul of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. WEFM is SVG.
Boy, life, eh? Life. Life. That's all I saying, boy. Life. Welcome back. 13 minutes after the 9 o'clock hour. Now, about the question I was asking before. Whew. Concerning Carnival. If you could change one thing about Vincy Mas, what would you change? Right? Now, I was talking about this influencer. She created, posted. I saw 2 videos from her. I only looked at 2. But there was one in particular where she was talking about how Vincy Mas sweet and what's not. And for a little country, we have it, and she was talking very highly of the soca music, of the people, of the men, even though she came with her significant other. Hi. But she was speaking very highly of our carnival product. Well, one thing in there she said that kind of stood out to me as room for improvement, and this is something else. So the late start for me, that's what I will change for some of the CDC shows. Number 2, number 2 number 2 would be, and like I said, something that she talked about. It didn't feel like Carnival was in the air until Fantastic Friday. And I don't know if it's this year, because sometimes I don't even pay attention to the feeling until you really get into it. But maybe it was just this year, but you didn't get the feeling. And I could testify to that. I didn't get the feeling. It didn't look like Carnival was in the air. Normally you would have all this marketing material all over the place, pop up on this pole and that pole and X pole and Y pole. You can't turn a corner in Kingston without being bombarded with marketing material in your face that signifies that, hey, Carnival is in the air. Watch out the girl, and Vincy Mas is right around the corner. That came late, and this year we only saw it from one entity. It wasn't even CDC. We saw it from one body. One body. You recall seeing those extremely long banners? Hiron Bear was all over the place. And then again, the time that they came all over the place was not around the usual time that you would see things. Normally, as soon as Vincy Mas launches, you get into this groove. The radio stations start playing more soca, and then they switch up to 100% soca. And Carnival is really in the air. Almost like oxygen. As common as oxygen. I don't know what happened, if people were depressed or what. People were just not in the mood for Vincy Mas this year. If the sort of negative vibes that we started out with the no fets on hard chords kind of dampened those spirits, and from that led on to a whole bunch of other things, a domino effect, and everybody just, or maybe you were listening to consistent negative vibes that did not put you in the mood for Vincy Mas, and you were not able to overlook the consistent complaining and people being angry about Vincy Mas and Carnival, and overlook that and say, hey, this is our Carnival product, let's just focus on it. And then after Vincy Mas, we'll cuss and rant and everything. Maybe we're not able to overlook all of that. I don't know what the problem was, but hopefully we can fix it for next year and make the place look like Carnival is in the air sooner. Right? All right, good. Now, there were some other things that some other folks said that they would change about Vincy Mas. One, the complainers. The complainers. I agree with you, man. I think this year there were quite a lot. And this is not to discredit concerns or whatever, but Vincy Mas 2024 ain't even... Yes, we have the flyer that's out already. And people then start to cuss and carry on about the flyer. Hey now, y'all remember the flyer for last year for this year's carnival? Oh gosh. With the three little thing. That look like a logo. This year was 100,000 million times better. Oh gosh, just satisfied with that, nah, man. If you could remember 365 days ago, what was given to us as the first promotional material for Vincy Mas, the hottest carnival in the Caribbean, you were satisfied. The complainers. Not people who are raising concerns genuinely so that they could fix the problems and them in a no. People who just vex with the entity, people who just vex with somebody, people who just want get up in the morning and cuss first thing in the morning. Those. You just find a problem for every solution. Those. You can't just take little and live long. Those. Huh? Can't just enjoy yourself for once. Those. Number 2. Non-supportive Vincy's only pulling down we thing. Oh. You don't say. You know who is pulling down the thing too? The people who have power. The people who have influence. People who have power and influence, and they know they have the power and the influence, but they don't give a rat's. Because probably they're not, I mean, it's still just being selfish, right? And just pull down the thing. And they don't care that there are the people who stand to benefit from Vincy Mas. Even the people who don't participate in Vincy Mas benefit from Vincy Mas. People who run in the businesses don't care who the customers are. Once you get customers, they don't care. So you just continue to pull it down and make it look bad. Yeah, we have a couple kinks. We got to iron out. We got to smooth out. We got to fix and what's not. But it goes back to the complainers. Here's another one. Somebody says the nakedness. Boy. You mean the plugs? Boy. That one. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I don't like to see it. There was one instance where there was this young woman she was pretty much not wearing anything. A couple strings. And the whole derriere was out. And her derriere is not that small. And the derriere was there, jiggle. You know, jiggle, like jello, but something jello. Anyways, and in between there, the jiggling, you can see this little instrument in between there. That was at, I mean, it was a privately promoted show, but who cares what show she was at? But that was just so displeasing to see. And that trend, that was all over the place. Yeah, just keep that out too. All right. You can dress up however you feel sexy, ladies, right? You can dress up if you feel nice and ting. Do what you want, do how you feel comfortable. If you are open to and you can accept, or you could deal with the I would say quote unquote consequences, the added attention. If you could deal with that, then by all means dress how you feel. But please at least leave a little room. Cover up the essentials, right? Cover up the essentials. I don't think for some women you show too much. You show too much. And the thing is, my concern is who you're influencing and motivating to do the same thing. The young girls in them who seeing that you're getting 1 million likes and 1 million shares and you're getting popularity and attention from people, some for the most part a lot of strangers, and they're going to pick that up and run with it too. That's my greatest concern, the influence and the trickle off effects. But as a woman, oh gosh, just cover up a little bit, man. Nobody wants to see what is plugged up into your canal that is supposed to be excreting waste. Nobody wants to see that. Please don't bring that back for Vincy Mas next year. I don't know why the police didn't pick you up for indecent exposure. Anyways, let me leave that right where it was. It's gone and it ain't coming back. It's not coming back. Keep the plugs out of Vincy Mas. Thank you very much. Somebody else says the price of plane tickets and costumes. Like, wow, hey now. Let me tell you something. We have no control over the price of plane tickets. That's one. If you want to capitalize on the cheaper flights, you gotta book early. Or I don't know what else, because there's nothing else you could do. You have to, if you want to come home for Vincy Mass, might be the only time you're allowed to come home for the year because you can't afford to come for Christmas and Vincy Mass as well. So you might have to choose between Vincy Mass and Christmas and some other time of the year. But ain't nothing we could do about the price of the tickets unless we say the government let we subsidize, and we don't have so much financial woes. We can't do that. We ain't got no money for that. All right. So maybe that's something that you might just have to suck salt and pay for, or unfortunately, because we want everybody to come home. We want the population to increase by what? 50%, not so much, but maybe like 20%. I don't know what percentage, but some percentage that, people benefit from financially significantly, so they could sit back and cock up the foot for like 2-3 months because they made so much money during carnival season and beyond. All right. The costumes now. The price of the costumes here now. Regardless of the price of the costumes, them sections sold out. You know which bands had very little people, very few masqueraders? The bands with the cheap costumes. And I cheap, quote unquote, the least expensive costumes. Those bands had the smallest sections. The bands with the thousands. Yeah? Full to capacity. So full. And I emceed for Mardi Gras. And when I say thank you, I was like, wait. These people still on stage? Boy, so big the band is. Masquerade. Enjoy yourself, man. Enjoy yourself. So the price only affects certain people. Sometimes who wish they could afford the costumes and who just can't. Do you hear the people who are parading in the streets in the most expensive costumes complaining? No. You know what we see them doing? Drinking and dancing and having a good time. Yeah. Somebody say play on the gospel. Here's another one. Again, the flight cost. Somebody says everything. Come on, man. You want to dash for the entire festival? We got to sit down and talk. You can't dash for everything. Here's another one. If people were to volunteer, instead of complaining and criticizing, I actually spent 10 minutes listening to someone complaining, even as the artist had canceled a concert to support the event. Volunteer? Me? Oh, no, you can talk about the complainer. Oh, okay. Here's another one. Oh, Lord. Somebody says CDC. We hotty hot. Don't need to laugh. Hannah, let me tell you something. For the folks who are heading back to USA, Canada, and the UK, if you've not gotten your Touch and Kinetic souvenir t-shirt as yet, pick it up in Kingston at WEFM's office, on James Street, pick it up at Music Center, and at Log Enterprises Rose Place. If you pass Kingston and forget, no worries. We're taking care of you at Andersville at the Joshua Center. Just head on upstairs to Tower Bar and get your souvenir shirt up there. If you missed Andersville and you missed Kingston, still no worries. Pick it up at the airport at Giggles Souvenir Shop. As soon as you bust through the doors and you're done, shed your tears and you say bye-bye to whosoever, you just go into the souvenir shop there, get your thing. For the 20 people that are asking you to bring up the Touch souvenir t-shirt for them in New York, US, Canada, Asia, or Africa. Nobody went Africa. I don't know who's going to Africa. But anyways, something else. Somebody said they will change lyrical content. Ooh. Oh boy. Yeah, boy. I find it's time enough we give women a break. Women, I'm glad nobody really sing on Red Gal this year. But it's time enough we give women a break. Women are always the subject subject. This is woman subject for some of these songs. But you know what? Talking all thing in one. And you look at the road match, the songs that won top three. First one is Madness, had nothing to do with women. The second one was Carnival is in the Air, had nothing to do with women. And the third one, Spielberg's Headways, had nothing to do with women. Speaking of Headways, that guy end up hospital and get a couple stitches because he decided to throw Headways on concrete after fireman was announced he went off Sokomanak. Straight hospital. Headways into the hospital. Oh my gosh. No wonder the Ministry of Health had to make their advisory at the time that they did. He should have gone to Massey for some but Massey wasn't open yet. Boy. Anyways, the lyrical content. For one or two in between, next year there's always another opportunity to work on your craft. All right, here's another one. Would love it to go back to costumes that had creativity to it and not all this naked loose behavior. Don't even want to take my daughter into town anymore to see costumes. Hey, there's always Kiddies Carnival. All right, if you're a parent, then you pay attention to these things, which I think that you should. I don't think I'd want my son. I don't think I did bring him down to see the costumes, but the costumes that passed, they were right. But when he gets older and more conscious, I think I'd want to bring him to a place where women have all the bottom outside or whatever. Keep him home. He will come down for Kiddies Carnival. That's his age appropriate. All right. I'm gonna leave that one there. Here's another one. Somebody says too much vulgarity, which is uncalled for. Another one, nakedness of all females and the disrespect for females in soca songs. But talking all thing in one too, right? Even though a song is singing about a woman's private part or what a woman should do or how she must sexualize herself to the benefit and pleasure of the male or onlookers, you will always get women who are dancing to these songs and actually bending over and cocking up and doing all these things. I mean, to each his own and to each his own. But you will always find women doing these things. And I'm like, you really paying attention to what they're telling you to do, boy? Okay, cool, no problem. Somebody else says better prize monies. Somebody else says, quite a couple of comments. I was saying CDC. Somebody says CDC and everything else. Here's another one. When he launched Vincy Mas, there needs to be promotional shows leading up to the 10 days. Give promoters slots to make the thing sound lively and not just go dead until the 10 days starts. Here's another one. We can also have a Vincy Soca team, Problem Skinny Fire, and others do slots in other carnivals to promote Vincy Mas instead of sending the team who go and lime and enjoy other festivals. Ooh, boy. Boy, leave me there, boy. Leave me at Jesus' feet. But those are some of your comments. When I posed the question, if you could change one thing about Vincy Mas, what will it be? But let's hope Book It Short next year is going to be bigger and better. And the issues that we had for Vincy Mas this year, that we're able to rectify them, fix them coming next year. Maybe all except one. I wouldn't tell you which one ain't going to get fixed, but leave me alone. Is there anything that stops the men from wearing minimal clothes as the woman? Equal opportunity here. Yes, man. I'd like to see you come to town in a spandex, a little something. Because while your eyes are being pleased, maybe some women would like that too. Okay. But then again, men come shirtless, shirtless. Anyways, that's that for today. Thank you so much for listening and joining this morning's little chit chat. Join us again tomorrow morning, same time, same place. I'm not signing out. I'm just moving away to a bit more music right now. 9:33 is the time. We've got 9:43. We got 12 more minutes. So we're gonna play some songs and then wrap it up and head on out. All right. Gonna end the live as well. Thank you for joining the live. Big up on yourself. You know what I mean.